4 years ago, I made the best decision in my life to get the Sigma 24-70 DG OS lens, and I'll be telling you why you need one in 2025 or why you should consider getting one. This lens, I have shot 1,000 and 100,000 images. I've shot weddings, I've shot portraits, I've shot videos. This lens has literally changed my life. Let's get into the video. A quick backstory before we continue. The reason why I wanted to get this particular lens, or get one at the time, was I was used to borrowing lenses to cover my weddings, and at the time it always cost me quite a lot to, I think not as much, but because I wasn't charging as much, right? It cost me quite a lot to rent a lens, and when I rented the lens, when I came back from my shoot, I had to return it every single time, and that was really frustrating. And once I got the lens, I was like, best decision. So number one, let's talk about the build quality, right? It is a 24-70 mm lens, right? It is all metallic, right? On the body of the lens, you see 24-70, and when you zoom in and zoom out, you see the lens zoom out and zoom in, right? Anytime you decide to use the zoom quality. The focus ring is just behind this zoom ring, right? And on the lens, you will see that there is an autofocus point, there's a manual focus, and then there is a manual focus. But this second manual focus allows you to switch between using manual focus and using autofocus. You also find out that there is an OS, meaning optical stabilization, on this lens, and on the side of the lens you will see the focus ring. This helps you know where you are focusing, if you're focusing at infinity or you're focusing close to your subject. I have never actually used it, so I don't really know so much about it. On the back of the lens, you will see that it's also weather sealed, but because I've used my lens for like 4 years, you will see that it has gone through a lot, right? I have traveled with this lens. I even came to the UK with this lens, so this is really amazing. So you will see that there is the weather seal rubber. It has chopped up a bit. The lens is really good, right? I've never had to repair or go for a lens cleaning, that kind of thing. So it also comes with this, I've forgotten what they call this thing, but I know what it does. It's to prevent lens flare and all that. So I've used this lens for a long time, and one drawback that I might say about the lens is it's really heavy, right? The first time I got it and the first time I used it, for like a week I couldn't lift up my hands or my arms because the lens was heavy. And at the time I got it, I was using a Canon 80D. Yes, I was using a Canon 80D. Now I'm using a Canon EOS R, and like I said, this has really changed my life. One of the few things you probably notice is the versatility of the lens, the ability to go from 24-70 and your f-stop remains the same. Like, that is really good. And majorly for this lens, so that is majorly the build, right? And in using it with a mirrorless camera, you always need an adapter, which I just showed you how to use it now. This is the adapter here, and that is that as regards the build. It is around like 1 gram or 1,000 grams. That's like 1 kg. It's quite heavy, right? So I'm going to drop it here. See, 1,000 grams, 1 kg is basically really heavy. So that's it. That's as regards build quality. The next thing is the image quality. On your screen, you will see the amount of pictures I've shot with this particular camera, and I can tell you without a doubt that image quality is superb, right? From beginning all the way to end, shooting weddings for 12 hours, for 6 hours, for 7 hours, shooting portraits. Like at 24mm, the quality is amazing. At 70mm, the image quality remains constant. And this is one of the reasons why I think you should also get a 24-70. The ability to zoom in and zoom out, and your quality remains the same. And because it's at f2.8, the autofocus, the image quality is usually really good. Now let's talk about the autofocus. So the autofocus, I'll be trying out something on the screen. You will see me put a Lego on a balcony and show you the autofocus method, or the way it autofocuses in the video mode. Now this lens is really good. You probably hear a few noise in the camera, in the lens, when you are trying to focus, because sometimes it can get a little noisy when you're trying to focus, and in low light situation sometimes it doesn't really do well, but I have gotten so used to it that I know how to focus well in low light situations. So it's great, and I'm sure the newer versions are actually doing better with low light situation. But because I've been using this for 4 years, the autofocusing is really nice. You can see on the screen how the autofocus is with the Lego, right? That is, just to add to it, the way the Sigma focuses is made possible by the hypersonic motor, which, like I said, when you look at the pictures on screen, it's really good. When I shoot weddings, I have never missed a shot before. That is how good this lens is. For the optical stabilization, I'm going to show you a handheld video of me using the camera without the internal image stabilization on for the camera to show you how stable it is. Though there's a little drawback with using it handheld. Your hand can shake because the lens is quite heavy. Remember I said it's like around 1 kg. That is quite heavy for just a lens, but it really does the work. In regards to distortion and lens flare, I'm going to show some pictures I've taken in the past or some pictures I've taken recently in Lightroom and show you what it looks like before it was corrected and after it was corrected. In regards to sun stars and lens flare, this camera also does an amazing job. There's a picture I took of my friend in 2021 where I had 2 speedlights behind him. I'm going to put a picture on the screen so you guys can see. You can see the sun stars that was created. I think I took it down like f8 or f11. I can't remember which one it was, but that's an example of what this camera can do, or the lens can do with sun stars. And lens flares is almost the same thing. So yes, as regards that, I think that is about the technical part about using this particular lens, which is 24-70 f2.8 to real world experiences. Let me be true with you, this lens is really heavy. It is really heavy. Your hands are going to ache you if you are using it for about 12 hours, right? You can imagine carrying this lens for 12 hours, but then the more you use it, the more you build endurance, the more you're able to carry it and not worry about the length. It just becomes second nature, or your hands become used to the weight. That's one. When you're shooting video, you will hear some noise in the camera, like chick, 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 when you are recording video. As long as you're in manual mode, you'll be fine, and as long as you are not recording your audio on camera, because once you record your audio on camera, you will hear the noise in your audio, which can be somehow frustrating. But like I said, once you don't record your audio on camera, you are good to go. I think that's about it. As regards focusing, the camera is really good for focusing. Get a 24-70. Your life is going to change. You're going to really enjoy using it. So I'm going to show you some of the pictures and videos I've shot with this particular lens over the years, from weddings to events. Like, it's been an experience. Even in one of the videos I shot in a Nigerian wedding, you can click the link above, I used the 24-70 all through, except their portraits. I used an 85mm, but I used this particular 24-70 to shoot the wedding. Amazing experience. 4 years later, would I still buy this lens? Yes, I would still buy this lens. It has served me. It is versatile, it's professional, it's created so many amazing images, and as long as you take care of your lens, trust me, you are going to enjoy it. So would I still buy it again in 2025? Yes, but if I had the opportunity to get another one, a higher version, definitely I'm looking for a higher version just to test and see what it's like. And as long as it's not this heavy, trust me, I am good to go. But regardless of the weight, I would get another one. And let me know in the comment section if you're looking to get a 24-70 Sigma Art lens. Let me know if you've actually used this one, or used if another variation, another version, probably a Sony. What's your experience like in the comment section? And until next time, and if you are looking for a sign to get one for yourself, this is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, bye.